Hello and welcome to the Cars on Cup Series YouTube channel, and today we're racing the SOX Race 4 out of 5, so this will be the last race before the last race. And, well, if you haven't noticed, after I updated points from last week, Team Box led all 75 laps of Martinsville and won the race. He has 300 points above second, which is Dripsy, so at this point, it is almost impossible for anyone to gain on him, but it is not impossible, but it's extremely unlikely that anyone's going to beat Sammy the Box for the SOX Championship. So, just going to put that out there. So these last two races, really just for winning and standings for the other drivers, I guess, really. And second in the standings, of course, Dripsy, the battle there between Dripsy and Crimson.exe. They're actually only a few points apart, but starting at the short end of the stick here is Dripsy, and then Crimson.exe, or that Crimson. Oh wait, he's just starting a couple positions ahead. So if this were to finish where they're at right now, ironically, they would be tied for second in points. Also, depending on how Jonah Burridge and a few other drivers do. So, customary, we're about to get the engine started. So, last week's winner go to his cockpit for so you can hear the engine start and rev up and all that. Also, just heads up, 20 laps, no cautions, because it's a road course. See how it goes. And next week will be the finale, where Sammy Box will probably be crowned the SOX champion. So, yeah, it's about there in that area.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's the field running off. We're going to go to Eli the Wolf for pole sitter. 32 of Casey Cooper seems to be having some issues, so he may or may not be starting this race. And green flag is in the air here at Cleveland Airport. Oh, ran into the backup by the 7 of Eat Oreos. He's the one to get by. There's Ricky Freeman Jr. right there in second. And a huge flock of cars back there trying to gain position. Some drivers going up inside the entire racetrack trying to gain positions. And Ricky Freeman Jr. versus Eli the Wolf here for the lead. Man, just a handful of cars coming into that first corner. Ooh, almost swiped him there, but Eli the Wolf will gain the lead. Lieutenant Ricky Freeman Jr., he's running good right now in second. Behind him, Eat Oreos just making some aggressive moves early. 63 of Some the Dan was, he's doing pretty good in points. Him and John McFadden, Some the Dan, I think like 7th in points, and John McFadden 5th. And they're just really going for standings finishing right now, and maybe try to get some championship points, but I wouldn't really focus on that today. But, with John McFadden being up here and Dripsy and Crimson.exe being in the back, it is a very real possibility that, I'll turn the standings for y'all. You can see stuff like that. It is a real possibility that John McFadden could take second in points. And he's back there battling with the 84 right now. Texas King versus AJ Foyt. Let's get an update on the 32 of Casey Cooper. He's back on the racetrack. Had some issues, I guess, on the start, but he's back on the racetrack, so he is good to go. Very slight fuel and tire advantage, but nothing significant by any means. So that's something I'd point out. And yeah, this engine does sound a bit offbeat, but then again, it could be the sound or something I'm hearing. But yeah, he's currently 39 back. I doubt he'll go a lap down. He's just not very far back. Random battle here for 12th. Was versus Crimson and Zevel, but it looks like they've kind of fallen back a bit. Well, I guess let's kind of go through the field road course. I'm just going on right now. Eli the Wolf. This is his first ever start in any of our series. He does not have any ZSS plans for 2022, so he may just be a one-hit wonder in this series and make it a win here today and propel him forward and get decent. I don't know. We'll see how he does. Leading every lap here, he could get up top 5 in the standings. See how it goes. Not much experience for the most part. And then Eat Oreos. His SOX season has been rocky, but this is definitely his best race so far. Running second, got around Ricky Freeman Jr. Just his time by actually. So he may go up there and battle for the lead on the number 5 for too long. So that's interesting. He does have 2022 plans for a race for drip racing, same number and quite possibly the same scheme. So that's an interesting thing to point out. You know, the 7 did get around the 10. Ricky Freeman Jr., who is also could be a teammate of the 77 or the 7 next season. He is signed with Drip Racing. He is likely to go in a cup. That is not confirmed yet. So, because sign-ups on the 1st will decide that. Cactus King, currently in a battle with Some the Dan. He not much changes for him next season, but he coming off a season owning a team. He just hired season points champion from last season, George 81 on Cactus Motorsports, so that's cool. And Some Dan, he passed Cactus King that time. Well, actually, Cactus King, Some Dan was actually ahead. My bad. Rookie ran 2 races last season with Roach Racing and ZSS. Running full time for Roach Racing and ZSS in 2022. Also, keep an eye on those times for the 7 and the 5. See if that changes any, goes up or down. And AJ Foyt. Okay, yeah, it went up, so Eli the Wolf is pulling away. So, anyway, AJ Foyt. He ran the season finale in the ZSS. Didn't finish too well in this season so far. He's currently last in standings. And he's currently getting passed by John McFadden for 6th. And yeah, his season's not been the greatest, but getting a good start. He'll be running for Roach Racing next season. Hoping to be in the 3. That is not confirmed. So that was something. That battle there between 89 and 4. I think 89's got it. Well, John McFadden, 2017 Cars and Cup Series champion. I don't know if you can see it, but on where it usually says ICR car, there's Cars and Cup Series championship stickers on those sides of the cars there to symbolize former NASCAR champion 2018. And last season he ran CCS. Had a couple times he almost won, but not in big. He'll be running next season Chevrolet at the Cars and Cup Series. And Colin Cropley, well, he's had a good couple last races in SOX. Hoping to get a second top 10 today at Cleveland Airport, and he's going to Roach Racing in the ZSS in 2022, driving number 14. So that's cool. Not much to update on him other than that. EXO going to be switching teams to Dodge Team Incorporated in our series, and yeah, not much going on there. No wins, but he's having a few good finishes, and not many highlights. He has 4 Cup races in his pockets as well. He ran the last 4 races of the Cars Cup Series season. Same in the box. He just won last week in the SOX, and he'll probably be your SOX champion. Currently running eighth. He has picked up, or actually ninth, but he has picked up a couple spots since the start of this race, and he's been picking up, putting them down. This top 10 is just going to push him more closer to being a SOX champion. His best track is Martinsville, as you'd imagine. He won there this time around in the SOX and finished second there in the Cars and Cup Series to Feedbat, eventual Cars and Cup Series champion. Feedbat is not in the SOX, by the way. I'll point that out. And yeah, he's open, and he's also starting his own team next season in the Cars and Cup Series called SB1 Racing. It's a single car team, so see how he does there. Right behind him, Dissect, championship 4 contender in the Cars and Cup Series, Ramp Orbit Racing. He is going to Dodge Team Incorporated in the Cars and Cup Series next season. And he also has 1 win at North Wilkesboro. John Burridge led a lot of laps at Auto Club in SOX, currently 4th in standings. Coming out today, don't know where he'll be, but we'll see once points are updated. Going to be running number 17, Halliburton Dodge for Deegan Racing next season in the Cars and Cup Series. And then behind him is Roach in 66. We're going to go 15th, and I'll get some updates. And if there's more stuff behind 15th, then we'll worry about that. But 66 Roach, he has 1 win in Cars and Cup Series at Armored Digital Super Speedway. Running a very similar scheme here today. Part of his SOX. Looks cool. And currently running in 12th, so he's trying to get a good finish to a rocky SOX season. And he just started his own ZSS team. We were talking about Roach Racing. He is the owner for that, so that's cool. Hopefully he propels that along, gets that going good, and maybe gets a good few wins in ZSS, huffing a little bit of the grass there. No biggie, I don't think. Then 13th, Bradley Ream. 2 wins in the Cars and Cup Series, 1 at Thornton and 1 at Auto Club. Unfortunately missed the playoffs, but that's okay. He had a decent season. Hope to go back to the playoffs next season. So it's not much changes there for him, and not much to update. 14th is well, now it's Zeeble. He just passed Aztec Levette in 08. He is going to join Red Bull team in the ZSS in the 71 full-time in the ZSS next season. He's running Gatorade and Chick-fil-A. So that's cool. And he did run part-time in the ZSS. His best finish was, I believe, 6th. So capitalize on that and get a good season in ZSS 2022. And behind him, he is off the racetrack there. See Aztec Levette in that 08. Sure, you can see he's trying real hard to get some positions. Currently, I think he's like top 5 in standings, so that's interesting. But he's 15th, so we'll stop at him for right now. Yeah, he ran number 51 a few races in ZSS last season, and he'll be running full-time in the ZSS for his own team, Levette Haas Racing, which is a Ford team. And he'll be running that next season for his first full-time ZSS appearance. And that is the top 15 for right now. So, yeah, not much to update. Eli the Wolf has led all of them. I'm interested in Casey Cooper, however. He is starting to catch up to the pack again, even after pitting. He is caught up to the pack quite a good distance in just 10 laps. I mean, no means is he in close proximity, but you can see he's gained quite a lot on these drivers in just a few laps. Okay, I am noticing the 54 Dripsy. He is far back. I'd imagine he had some issues. What's this car looking like? Does he have any? Oh, no hood on the car. That's a red flag. I'll go back after the race to see exactly what happened to Dripsy, but this is not good for his battle with Crimson's.exe by no means. So, yeah, that's a bummer. But, I'll go back and see what happened. He doesn't have a hood, so that's apparent. But yeah, just had to get through things out of the way. Eli the Wolf still leading. You want to check in on the 7 of Eat Oreos. He did catch. Oh, he's in the grass. That's gonna slow him down a ton. I was gonna say he was catching the 5, but man, he slowed down a ton just through in that grass. Man. Now he's got Ricky Freeman Jr. right on him, number 10. Just that one area patch of grass getting so aggressive, it took him out of that momentum he had catching the 5. I mean, this battle for second between Ricky Freeman Jr. and Eat Oreos. I think Eat Oreo. Oh, Ricky Freeman Jr. is going to get it right there. He may try to go back and battle for the lead, but man, that was a lot of time lost just by that position, and not to mention that battle. So, I just don't know if there's enough time, not to mention if he's got the speed to do it. I think Eat Oreos had speed, had some building momentums. That 5 car's good right now, I'll tell you that. So, that's interesting. We'll check the standings and see the time when they go by the line this time for complete lap 11. In the grass a little bit, but I'm sure that won't cause any big thing. Okay, they have lost a whole second on the 5. I highly doubt that he'll catch him. Not to mention he's got off the grass over there. So this 5 is not making any mistakes. And these guys back there are making tons of mistakes just trying to catch up to this 5 car, and it's not helping them much. Also, concerned about Drips being a lapped car factor. So where's that on the track right now? That is a very high probability right now. Let's see. That 5 car is, yeah, that is a possibility. How much is he losing a lap? He's losing maybe a second a lap? I don't know. It'd be tough to say if he's going to catch him and put him a lap down. That's I don't know if that's for sure or not, but that is a possibility running here. Something to watch out for. 5 car off the grass a little bit, that could cause some catch up there. And again, 10 hasn't made a lap yet, so yeah, and the 10 hasn't caught up any at all. So, well, I mean, compared to the counter he has, and I mean, visually, yeah, no, he hasn't caught up. My bad. Yeah, I figured visually he caught up. Well, yeah, he's caught up about 3/10. If he keeps that up at this rate, keeps catching 3/10, I think we're catching with 2 to go. I mean, won't be easy, don't get me wrong, but it's a doable thing. Okay, let's see. Any gain here? Hard to say. But, depends on where he goes this lap. Yeah, this car's running rough. There's 5. folks down there on standings see if that's going to change any. Yeah, I tell you, that 32, he changed his tires. He's been catching that 24 Reggie Fogelman. Okay, actually, Dripsy did catch up a little bit on that last lap, so he may be able to stay ahead, depending on how this all goes. So, you can see Rick Freeman Jr., he lost to 10th there, so yeah, that's interesting. Not very consistent lap times by these two at all. 7 did choke, got in the grass. That's how the 10 got by. So, yeah, very interesting turn of events there. So, yeah, that's that for the most part. We're coming to a few laps to go. I think most of the field is really spread out for the most part. Yeah, most of the field's spread out, and you see Dripsy up there. I mean, yeah, if I've catched him a little bit, we'll see how he does this time by the 54 of Dripsy. Do TB2 for a minute. Some good visual. Update on Dripsy. He is now back to his falling back pace towards the 5. So he's fallen back 2 seconds. And you can see the 5 in the frame now. I don't know. It'll be close. I mean, it really depends on if he gets another jump like that. It's or a couple laps ago where he actually gained a little bit on the 5 because the 5 got him out in the grass a little bit. I don't know. We'll definitely see how it goes. But yeah, for the time being, 54 has really he's been really sticking to the racetrack. He's trying to make his best of this race. Try not to go a lap down. Really just make the best of that and finish where you can. Just do your best. And again, I don't really know where he got this damage, but I will send out a video replay of how this happened if I am able to find out. I'm sure I will. So we'll see how that goes. And he's in the grass, so he's going to lose some time there. Not much though. You're gonna lose time, not much. And also this lap time is another factor in because yeah, I mean another thing I said he might not go a lap down. So it's an interesting process. Seeing the 5 car a bit more further away that time. So, but you know he didn't lose much to the leader this time. So I mean not a done sealed deal, but probably gonna stay in contention of late lap finishing. So, yeah, that's good. Eli the Wolf. They're running there. No doubt he'll see much. Also, kind of back to Ricky Freeman Jr. has caught up a little bit here, but I just don't know if he can do it in four laps. And coming to 3 to go. Not to mention, it's just so easy to screw up and get in the grass and screw up your hopes at this racetrack. I mean, you can catch up, but are you going to pass the guy? I mean, it's a really big debate. And these 5 cars hitting his marks there. Don't know about the. Yeah, I think the 10 got in the grass because he lost two 100s there on the 5. He's probably going to lose a little bit more than that since he's in the grass. So it's called Crapley, by the way. You're in an 8th. Yeah, he lost a whole bunch on the 5. There goes that again. And Dripsy kind of again staying on the defense, so it's probably going to finish kind of like this, where 54 is way back. We'll still finish on the late lap, and the rest stays kind of the same. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, that 5 is not much closer, and I doubt it'll get much closer unless some mistakes are made, and I doubt that even. So yeah, it's something. 10, you can see he's not there anymore, so he's going to lose a lot of time here. That 10 car, Ricky Freeman Jr. Again, he's gaining again. He's still going to lose this time, this lap specifically. So currently looking at the top 10 coming to 2 to go. The 5's in the grass. Said the 10 did. I don't think the 10 got in the grass. So he caught up a little bit there. So again, never mind, he won't have a worse time, but this is the same exact time he had lap 17. So, I mean, getting the same exact times like that isn't going to get you any good. And 54, I think, steered clear, coming to 1 lap to go. Top 10 looking right now. Probably will stay this way. Could have a few changes on some further back positions in this top 10 order, but Eli the Wolf could win probably the race winner coming to 1 lap to go. Ricky Freeman Jr. second, third, Eat Oreos, fourth, Summadan, who will be the only driver. Well, he'll currently be the only driver to not finish outside of the top 5 in any of the SOX races. That is a huge thing. In fact, well, no, he finished 6th last week, so it's something. So you got 3rd, 4th, and 3rd, 6th, and 4th. See, I'm really curious to see if he's going to do any good at next week at Atlanta. Keep up that streak. Top 10. Definitely top 6. Man, that one pass that was made at last week in Martinsville messed him up, but he's in good spots now. The 10 is caught up a little bit more, but 1 lap to go. He's just not got enough. There's not enough racetrack. There's not enough race. And he's just not got it. I mean, tried to put up a good show. And drives. So Eli the Wolf currently in position for a 200-point gain. So he'll probably be second in the standings. Plus, yeah, there will. Well, let me think. So, with adding all this up, I think he'll probably be like. I mean, he could beat Sammy in the box for the championship next week, but I doubt it. I mean, he would have to lead some laps, and that would not be easy. And I mean, even if he wins this race, it's 250 points total for the win. Sammy the box gets 7th. He's only gaining a few points on Sammy the box, maybe 10 in terms of race. And also, congratulations to Eli the Wolf on winning the race. A little distracted, but yeah, it all comes down to Atlanta next week. See how that goes. But I'm sure Sammy the box probably a champion and take a miracle for the 5 to change anything from that standpoint. So yeah. Um, yeah, well, thanks for watching. We will see you guys next week at Atlanta.